Are cruise drink packages really worth the price? Let's break down the numbers and find out if you're actually saving money or if you're getting ripped off. Whether you're planning your first cruise or if you're a seasoned cruiser, one of the biggest questions is whether to invest in the drink package. They promise unlimited drinks, but are they really a good deal? In this video, I'm going to do the math and give you a clear picture of what these packages actually cost and whether they're worth it for your budget. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to decide if a drink package is a smart choice for your next cruise, and I'll reveal 4 surprising ways you might be able to save some money. So first, let's talk about the packages, the various packages. There's a multitude of drink packages. Particularly in this video, we're going to be talking about the alcohol packages, not the soda packages or the specialty coffee or whatever else. Mainly it's the alcohol. There's basically three different packages, alcoholic packages out there. Arguably, most cruise lines only have 2. One you'll very rarely see is a beer and wine only package. I do see it here and there, but it's nowhere near as popular as the other 2, which is your standard alcoholic drink package and then your premium package. So what's the difference? Well, standard alcohol packages, it covers beer, it covers wine, and it covers most cocktails that are made with what they call well liquor. So your no-name brand vodka or rum or tequila. This kind of package, the standard package, usually, actually lately, it's been somewhere between $60 to $90 per day for each person that wants the drink package, okay? With that, you get, depending upon the cruise line, you either get unlimited drinks or you get 15 per day is your cap on one particular cruise line. Okay. Now, so if you go to, the bar and say, hey, I want a vodka tonic, and the choices are Tito's, Absolute, Grey Goose, or Belvedere. The standard cruise package is going to cover the cost of a vodka tonic with Tito's, maybe Absolute. Belvedere and Grey Goose, they're going to be part of the premium package, and that's going to be an upcharge, okay? Premium alcohol package, I think I pretty much already explained it, but beer, wine, and higher priced wine, so more a higher quality wine, but you're also talking your premium alcohol. So you're talking the Grey Goose, you're talking the Belvedere, you're talking Don Julio maybe. I'm not super familiar with all of the different top shelf brands, let's put it that way. So, because I drink well vodka, basically, or craft beer. But most cruise lines don't have very good craft beer, so I drink vodka. The premium alcohol packages, they're ranging in price from $80 to $120, $130 per day per person. So you're definitely, you're being upcharged for drinking the more high-end stuff. Now, nothing wrong with that. If that's all you like or that's all you want, then that's fine. Just know, you're going to pay more. That's arguably the biggest, like I said, beer and wine only, you're not going to see that whole lot. So next, now let's talk about the true cost. Will you drink enough? That's a really good question, because to me, if you're kind of on the fence whether or not to get an alcoholic drink package, this is what it comes down to, is how many drinks a day times how many days. Because if you're, let's go for easy math, premium drink package, $100 a day. So if you're a beer drinker, each beer is going to cost you somewhere between roughly $7 to $10 for a can of beer, whether it be, Miller Lite or some cruise ships have some craft beer, but house wines, $9 to $12, maybe $9 to $14 for a glass of Chardonnay, a no-name brand, whatever their house brand is. Your well drinks, your vodka tonic with Tito's, on average, I want to say like $12 to $15 each. Top shelf, so that Belvedere, that Grey Goose, you're looking $15 to $20. So if you're drinking, double Belvederes on the rocks, and you drink 4 or 5 of them a day, you're there. It's saving you money by getting the drink package. If you drink, 3, 4 beers at night, you're better off paying per beer, because if you think about it, $100 a day, based on that price list that I just told you, you're looking at a dozen beers, you're looking at 6, 7, 9 cocktails, 8 or 9 glasses of wine. It's a lot. Well, it's not necessarily a lot. But you've got to basically be drinking pretty much all day. Now, nothing wrong with that. You're on vacation. You're not driving. As long as you don't get sloppy, stupid, drunk and start fights and stuff, you do you. But think about also you need to think about the itinerary. You're doing a Sunday to Sunday. You get on board Sunday afternoon. Okay, you've got, depending upon what port you're in, because there are some ports where you can't use your drink package until after midnight. But for argument's sake, let's keep it simple. You get on board 2:00. You've got that whole day to drink. You've got a day at sea on Monday. You got that whole day to drink. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're in ports all day, every day, all 3 of those days. So you're up and out by 7 or 8 in the morning. You're not getting back on board ship until 3, 4, 5 at night, 6 at night. So, the port days, you're going to have, you'll have a drink, maybe 2 drinks with dinner. Then you're going to have a drink or 2 while you're at the casino or listening to the music. So, and then you got sea day on Friday. Yeah, you're going to drink it up that day, but then you're back, maybe you got a sea day on Saturday. So think about the number of days you're going to be on the ship. Think about what the activities, the plans are for those days, and add it all up. If you think that you can do, you're on board 7 days, simple number, 7 days, that's 70 drinks. That's 10 drinks a day. Can you do that? Do you want to do that? If you do, go for it. If that's way too much booze for me. Like my mom hardly ever gets the drink package because she'll have a glass of wine with dinner, maybe, a vodka gimlet in the evening, maybe 2 in the evening. And that's pretty much it for her. So the drink package is a waste of money for her. Okay. When is a drink package worth it? There are a couple of scenarios. If you drink consistently throughout the day. So if you pretty much have a cocktail in your hand from the time you get up until the time you go to bed, then it's worth it. Okay. Now, I'm not passing judgment. That's you on you. It's vacation. Or if you only truly enjoy premium liquors. Premium liquors, if let's call it a base price of $15 for each Belvedere and tonic. Okay. All it takes is 6 of them, and you break even. So that's a heck of a lot less than 9 or 10. So if you're on a transatlantic or you're on a repositioning cruise that has lots of sea days and minimal port days, then arguably, I would say it's worth it for just about anybody that drinks, just because you're at sea a lot more. You don't have 3, 4 ports where you're gone 8 or 10 hours that day. You know what I mean? Do not plan on sharing your drink package. Now, depending upon the cruise line you go on, you might not be able to, even if you wanted to, because like Carnival, if there's 2 people in a stateroom and they're both over the age of 21, if one of them wants the drink package, they both have to get it. Carnival is really against having one person get it because they don't want people sharing drinks. Another thing to think about is Carnival in particular. They have a 15 drink limit. So from 6 a.m. until 5:59 a.m. the next morning, you're only allowed 15 drinks. Period. End of story. If you go to the bar and try to get a 16th drink, when they slide your card, they get a big message saying they're not allowed to serve you. They can't. You can't give them cash. You can't do anything like that. Now, if, your roommate is only at 4 drinks or 5 drinks and you want to have them get you a drink, that's on you. So let's talk about when a drink package is a waste of money. I've already given you that one scenario of my mom. A glass of wine, 1 or 2 vodka gimlets, she's done. Another one is if there's a lot of port days. And I've seen some itineraries where you leave Sunday afternoon, you've got 4 ports, a sea day, and then you're back in port. I wouldn't even get a drink package if that was the scenario, because I'm going to have 1 or 2 drinks, maybe 3 drinks each night after the port, and then 1 sea day. That's still going to cost, if I $10-12 for each vodka tonic, that's going to cost me a heck of a lot less than $80 per day times 7 days for each of us. So ultimately, what it comes down to is, what are you comfortable with? Drink packages are not cheap. I mean, like I just showed you an example. $80 times 7 days, that's $560. Plus most cruise lines is charge you tax, and some of them will add an automatic gratuity to it. So you're looking at somewhere between, say, $650 and $700 for your drink package. That's a lot of booze. Now, Cheryl and I, my wife and I, we pretty much always get the drink package, unless, like I said, it's 4 days out of 5 we're in port. Okay, but if we've got more than one, if we got 2 or 3 sea days, we're getting it. Just because we don't want to worry about it. We want to be able to, when we want to drink, we want to have a drink. We don't want to have to worry, okay, did I hit my limit today? Am I going to spend How much is going to cost us? Because we really do not like getting surprises on the last day when we check our account balance. I don't want to see $1,000 bill there. That would, I think I would have a heart, well, maybe not a heart attack, but yeah. So if you're going to stick to the cheaper drinks or beer or wine, you might want to do, but pay for each one. It's not, I know some guys that regularly drink, 12 packs of Bud Light, or Miller Lite or whatever, pretty much every day that they're not working. That one's kind of borderline because, you're talking $7. You say you're probably, if you drink a 12 pack a day, you're probably right. It's right about the same whether you would buy it yourself or you would get the drink package, unless you'd like to have a shot or two, then get the drink package. So before you rush to buy that drink package, make sure you know the hitting rules and any restrictions that may apply. If you get on board, here's one that I've seen people bitten by in the past. They get on board the ship, they've decided they don't want the drink package. They don't think they're going to, drink enough. The first day they drink and, they look and they're like, holy crap, I spent $80. The second day, they're like, wow, I just spent $70. Okay, I know it's mid-cruise, but let me get the drink package for the rest of the week. Okay, makes sense, except some cruise lines are going to add 20 or 30 or 40% to the cost if you do it mid-cruise. So let's say, if you buy it before you get on board, it's $80 a day. If you buy it in the middle of the week, you've got 3 days left, you would think, okay, 80 times 3, that's 240. Yeah, no, you're looking at 320, 340. They put a surcharge on it because they can. You don't have a choice, type of thing. Another restriction, we've talked about it a little bit already, the daily drink limits. A lot of the cruise lines don't have them as a hard rule. Like I said, Carnival 15 doesn't matter, you're done. Okay. A lot of the other cruise lines, they've got the language in the contract stating that if you are visibly drunk, if you are stumbling, if you are slurring speech, if you are belligerent or nasty or mean or causing problems, they'll cut you off. Not only that, but they'll probably restrict you to your room as well. But honestly, to me, that just common sense. Not all of the drinks are covered. What cruise was it on? One of them, they do these pineapple drinks. And I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's a pina colada. You can get a pina colada inside of an actual pineapple. That's great. They're really cool. It's not covered by your drink package. Hey, it doesn't matter what drink package you have. It's not covered. It's an upcharge. So you can get, it might cost you an extra $10. Or Carnival has these drinks that they give you when you first come on board. Sometimes it's their logo and it's got booze in it. Yeah, that's not covered by your drink package either. Luxury wines, the $50, $80, $100 bottle wines, they're not included. So ask. If you have any questions, if you're not sure if it's included or not, ask. There'll either be a sign saying, not included in drink package, or they'll tell you. Okay. Drink sharing, I've seen people get their drink package revoked because they got caught sharing with somebody that somebody under 21 or whatever. So don't do it. It's just not worth it. If somebody doesn't want a drink package, just buy a drink every now and then. So let's talk about if you decide not to, if you decide against purchasing the package, because it just doesn't make sense. Couple of things you can do to save some money. Buy drinks in bulk. So sometimes, the cruise line will be running a special one day where you can get a bucket of beers, 5 for the price of 4 or 6 for the price of 5. Do things like that when you can and see if you can get them to not pop the top on the beer. Technically, they're supposed to open all of them, but sometimes they're a little lax or they let it slide. Then you can take them back to your room and keep them in the fridge in your room. Or sometimes they have wine bottle packages. You can get, 2 bottles of wine or 3 bottles of wine for the price of 2 or something like that. Take advantage of any happy hour deals that they have. Some of the bars on the ship, they'll offer discounted prices during certain hours. We all know what a happy hour is. If you're a frequent cruiser and you're, higher levels in that loyalty program, you can oftentimes get free drinks. I think it's Diamond on Royal Caribbean. There's the, Crown and Anchor Lounge. You can go in there during certain times and they'll give you a free drink or drinks, or they'll give you, 4 free drink coupons per day, that kind of thing. Bring your own drinks. Now, again, we've already talked about this a little bit, but, bring your own wine, bring your own champagne, 1 or 2 bottles, depending upon the cruise line. Some of them will let you bring beer like we talked about. Last up, I want to talk a little bit about Virgin Voyages, because they do things a little bit differently. They don't do drink packages, okay? They do bar loot and sailor loot. Okay, that's what they call their onboard accounting system, basically. So bar tabs or bar loots. If you purchase a bar tab prior to departure, before you get on board ship, they will give you a bonus. So, if you give them $300 of your money for your bar tab, they'll kick in $50 or $100 or $30, depending upon the time, as a promo. So anytime you want a drink, that gets deducted from your bar tab. Arguably, it's not a drink package, but it is a drink pack. They do things a little bit differently. Now, the downside is, and you have to again do the math before you decide what you're going to do if you're going to go on Virgin. Because let's say you each just you and your significant other are going. You decide you're going to do $600 for each of your bar tabs, because you can do separate bar tabs in the same room. So you do $600 each. Well, come the end of the trip, you've got $50, $100, $150 left on your bar tab. Technically, if you read the fine print, that's non-refundable. They say they won't give it back to you. Now, I've gone to bat for a customer in the past, and I was able to get them at least, I think it was 50% of their money back, but it's technically non-refundable. So here's what I recommend to my clients. If you're going to do $600 on each bar tab, my suggestion is to do $400 on each bar tab, or maybe $500 each on each bar tab, and let that run out. And then when that happens, you just pay per drink, and then at the end of your trip, you got to settle up what's left. Okay, but to me, it's much better to do that and only pay at the end of the trip for what you spent over your bar tab than it would be if you ran out of money. Or I'm sorry, that would be better than if you had money left over and you couldn't get it back. Does that make sense? I hope I didn't confuse people, because I messed up the wording there. But it's a different way of doing things. I don't know if it's necessarily better or worse. I think it is, in a way, better because it's customizable. And right on their website, they tell you exactly what all the drinks cost, and arguably about the same as what you're going to see on other ships. But it's very clear, and I don't want to say at every bar, but a lot of the bars, they have the prices written right there. You can see them, so you know exactly what you're paying. So for those of you who don't drink a whole lot, like my mom, if she went on a Virgin, she probably wouldn't put maybe $100, maybe $200 in her bar tab, because she doesn't have to spend more than that to have the couple of drinks that she likes. So at the end of the day, the value of the drink package depends on your drinking habits and your desire. If you love cocktails, you don't want to mess about worrying about the bill, it could be worth it to you. If you're more than an occasional drinker, or if you're not more than an occasional drinker, or you're spending lots of time in port, you may be better off paying per drink. If you're cruising Virgin, their bar tab system is a different approach, and I kind of like the flexibility of it. One of the many reasons why I like Virgin. Now that you know whether purchasing a drink package is truly worth it, you're going to need to know about these 11 tips on staying safe while in port. If you don't, you could end up falling for common scams, getting pickpocketed, or even missing your ship. I'll show you exactly how to avoid these dangers in this video here.